Hey there! Just got the first wave of Jazwares Street Fighter 2 packs, both the Classic and Street Fighter 4, and decided to do a quick review of the figures and some quality control issues they have. Figure I start with the best ones and go down to the worst. Well, first off, the Guile, definitely the most solid figure I'd say in the wave. Nice articulation, looks pretty good. The only major problem I have with the figure is he comes apart to waist very easily, well, mid-torso joint, excuse me. Simple articulation, nothing amazing, not what Hasbro's up to now, but it's serviceable. Better than anything Mattel's done the past few years, if nothing else. Sculpt's a bit soft, but it'll do. Hip joints would be a bit better if the crotch wasn't so restrictive, but it'll work. And the only problem I've had with the figure was his ankle joints were a bit stuck when I first got him, and they were painted shut. As you can see, there's some white plastic down there when I move his joint back. That's a common issue I've noticed with these figures. He comes with alternate sets of hands, fists of course, and the ridiculous, way too huge comb and open hand. And I learned things with these figures, when you switch out the hands, twist and pull at the same time. Don't try to pull. I don't think these will show up on camera because of focusing issues, but I tried to pull this one and crack the paint slightly around the peg. Not the end of the world though. Okay, next I'm going to Blanca. The problem with Blanca is he's too top heavy. He falls apart easily. I mentioned how Guile fell apart the mid-torso joint. Blanca comes apart even easier. And that continues to his feet, and his arm I've had problems with popping out of the joint. But it's easy enough to put back in, so it's not that big of an issue. The sculpt's much better in Blanca. His hip joints once again restricted, and again they're painted over. Now I need to get better at holding stuff on camera. Sorry, I'm not sure where my camera is. Okay, it's right there. But other than that, he seems pretty decent. He can pose well. He crouches over very nicely. Let me see if I can get him into a decent pose here. I can't see it on camera. Screw that noise. Has open and closed hands, of course. And to the biggest figure in the wave, and actually very nice looking version of Sagat. Oddly cut hips are his biggest problem. Otherwise, he's very nice. Nice range of motion, of course. His knees are a bit loose, but they'll hold poses, so it's not a big deal. Now here's where I get to my biggest problem. As we can see, this foot moves pretty well. Bends up, bends down. This foot is stuck. It's supposed to move up and down. I'm not going to force it though, because I learned the lesson the hard way. Time to show you what I mean by that. Here's Ryu. And as soon as I get him out of the box, here's Ken. As you can see, we have a problem here. Admittedly, only one of Ken's feet broke off, pulled the other one out to see how it looked like. Both these figures' feet were stuck with paint, so I tried forcing them. And their ankle broke off. And as you can see, look how tiny that peg is. I rolled out Ken's other foot so I could show you. That's way too thin of a peg to move all that plastic. And, as I'm pointing out, the ankle's painted shut. The plastic it's made out of is red, but it's painted flesh tone. So it breaks in half pretty easily. Other than that, they're both decent. The torsos looked worse in the prototype pictures because they were pushed wrong. If you push them back all the way and line them up, they actually look like human beings, unlike, as we all saw in the publicity photos, where they were crouched over and it looked like that. Problem when you get to the heads. Ken's head sculpt is not bad. It's not good, but it's not terrible. The paint job is abysmal. And it's so bad they didn't cover the yellow plastic it's cast out of, so the side of his face is yellow. Again, my lighting's terrible, so I'm sure you can't see this. And his eyes are really bad. Ryu doesn't quite look like a human being. The biggest problem is they sculpted his bandana wide as normal. Well, not bandana, headband, excuse me. But they didn't paint it right, so it's very thin and top painted flesh tone, so it looks very odd. You didn't that great, but whatever. They're coming in wave 2 already. Again. And time for the biggest surprise. In Guile's 2-pack, he comes with Abel. Abel seemed really good, except for his massive head, and he seems too large. Until I was playing with him, and his arm came clean off. No idea why. It was fine until right then, it broke off. So that's great. Now, I'm sure some of you know there's 4-packs in the first wave. I did buy the 4th one, but didn't open them until right now on camera. To show you, let's see how they work out. But I'll start with Theft, who was crippled for some inexplicable reason. Alright, his knees are fine so far. Good knees. Sorry. His ankles seem to work fine. That shoulder's good. If I tug on it, it's fine. That shoulder's good. Tug on it, it's fine. Good head. Technical difficulties. Ah! Okay, back to Seth. He actually seems solid. I can't believe it. Nothing feels like it's about to shatter on him. He's painted purple for some inexplicable reason, but his articulation works fine. And now to the one I'm worried most about. In every single pack, every El Ferrete is packaged wrong. His elbow, the upper arms are almost always turned backwards, or in some cases he has two of the same arm. And I pulled him out of the box, and his hip came off. But I'm not too worried, as you can see it's a ball joint, different than any of the rest of them. So I'm going to try to shove it back in, off camera unfortunately, so I can get some decent leverage behind it. Wow, it's a mangled ball joint. Well, the swivel works, I just tried that. Yeah, I'm going to need to heat this up. Well, let's look at him otherwise. I can probably shove this back in. I think I can. It's a ball joint. Let me flip his arm around. Okay, his arm can survive rather heavy pressing. It's decent. His arm. 3/4 it now. Seems to hold up decently. Let me tug on it, not coming. Let's try his hip, see if it works. Nice range of movement, because his hips are cut differently than everyone else's. Let's try his knee. Again, not bad. How's his mid-waist? His mid-waist is very tight. And to his feet. So that way. Works well up and down. This one. Works well that way. So like that. Up and down. Okay, I just need to heat him up, but he seems to be the most solid figure of the line. Also, he comes with the only real accessory of the wave is his frying pan, which is massively deformed in the package, but whatever. Well, I decided to show you guys quality control issues. I'm going to contact Jazwares, see what to tell me, and I'll let you guys know.